Maybe. Good morning, Mr. Roy.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy JOLTS Day.
Happy JOLTS Day. Never thought I would say that in my life.
The times are changing.
We need a banner with some streamers and stuff, I guess, to celebrate JOLTS Day.
JOLTS Day. The before we have any witnesses, my NFL pick last night.
Did you lose?
No, I won.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
At least you can get lucky in the NFL. Just can't get lucky in college.
You know, it takes a special, special person to follow my picks.
You know what, Roy? You remind me of a blind squirrel. Find you a nut every once in a while, but most of the time you just walking around looking dumbfounded.
That's pretty much it. Avoiding cars. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run out in front of this car.
Yep.
Speaking of running out in front of a car, we are going against the trend this morning.
Yep. Well, here's the deal. So, and the other old boy, we've already made our 500 plus bucks today. So, by going against the trend, so why not? Let's just continue the morning and just keep fighting the trend all morning.
Let's do it.
Well, this account, we don't have much left on this one. I'm gonna be honest. We'll blow this one. We'll reset it. We did pass 2 yesterday, so we got these. Went on to set my personal daily loss limit, 1,500 on each one. Liquidates me, stops me, liquidates me. I can't do anything after that point. So if we lose 1,500 bucks, we're done. But let's go on and make 1,500 bucks today. How about that?
Let's do that. Let's make it
be better.
Have ourselves a day today. How's that?
You know, today is a great day to have ourselves a day, Roy.
Let's have a day, man. Let's have a good day. So,
a little
we're gap. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, we got a little confusing too because Bookmap kind of suggesting that this thing could really pop. It's been holding around this positive CVD all night, all day. So you can look at the bottom. I'm gonna move us to the right real quick. You see this down here? This is all your CVD.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, we have not turned, CVD has not turned red. Now this picked up here, right? So we did get up, 3,500 or so, but it's still just chugging along, holding itself. So something to think about for sure. Put us back there.
It looks like we have some orders.
Let's go back.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like you at least have some orders now, the downside and the upside outside of the range.
Yeah, and you got this that big. You got 250 sitting up pretty high, around the right below 58.85, and then 58.10 is about on our low side with decent sized numbers. You got 58.45. Let's look see where the bottom of our gap is. 58.42. So you got order sitting right there too. So the question is, if they let the gap fill, I got a feeling, yes. If we continue this trend, we're definitely gonna fill that gap. Comes all the way down to here. So that's kind of what we're watching. If we do fill this gap, a place to look for long would actually be right below that gap. You got a possibility for a long right below that gap. So if it does fill that gap, we would look to pop here maybe. So kind of what we're looking at this morning.
That gap fill also coincides with the 20-day moving average.
Now, see, I don't hate the 20 days. it's useful.
It is useful. So you've got kind of a double confirmation that maybe that will at least get some sort of reaction or test. But it's the open. We got JOLTS this morning right after the bell, or 30 minutes after the bell.
Yeah. So as far as the XFAs go, probably will not touch those after JOLTS.
Yeah.
That seems to be the better setups anyway we've had. So
I tell you, that 11 hour after we're done streaming has been a profitable hour. The setups have been kind of showing themselves a little bit better.
Yeah, you're getting us at European close is where we're getting those better moves at. So makes sense. Makes sense.
All right. Well, I'm gonna, as you were trying to do a little bit earlier, I'm gonna go through some of the market stuff, see where we're at. Mag 7, we got Apple down 0.5%. It's kind of just hanging out, nothing really crazy. Nvidia down 0.5%, back below 140. Microsoft basically flat, just not really much there. Had a strong start, it's kind of faded, but we'll see if it pop up back green here before open. Google slightly green, up 0.5%. Amazon basically flat, up 11 cents, 0.06%. Meta green, 0.24%, basically flat. And Tesla up 0.29%. So all of Mag 7 minus really Nvidia and Microsoft, but they're basically flat. Well, Nvidia's down 0.5%, but outside of Nvidia, pretty much muted across the board. McDonald's had earnings this morning. They got smacked all the way down to 286. Have recovering some here, but they're down 1% in pre-market. Crypto's moving, so coin's moving. Coin's up over 2%, up to 221. What a beast. Bitcoin has broken 70,000. It is now 71,000. So Bitcoin continues to be on the rise. Solana broke 180 briefly yesterday. It's kind of trending right below it now, but still up 0.5%. Looking at our TNX, gapped up today and trending up. Up 1%. Yeah, so something to keep an eye on. Dixie having itself a move. It is just rocketing off of this morning's low of 104.20. It is now up 0.3%. We're going to flip over to energy, who took a beating yesterday, basically flat. The exit lease stuff won't up until after. So Micron, so Oxy, basically flat. So yeah, we'll go over to NQ. NQ is slightly green. ES has kind of been the laggard this morning so far. So we'll see how all this kind of plays out. And one last one, the VIX. VIX back over 20. Yep. So it's a important note to keep in mind. So how are we looking on your long? Oh, green. Good job.
Yeah, we need a break. We need to get through. We need to go to VWAP. Go to VWAP, Bill. We'll cut you for the day, probably. We're back to right at even on the day. Took a loss on the voice trade. Now we're here. We need this pop of the 21 here, and we could work our way back toward VWAP. So 58.60 is kind of what Facebook's telling me we could possibly get to. That would take me out of this first one, and then I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd probably go on and cut and come back to this tomorrow. We're trying to salvage this combine. This combine. We took a fat L on it yesterday and regrouped and came back and passed two more after. So that tells you just how the day went. Overall, very positive day, but it is what it is, right? I'm not liking this or this red candle after. So we shall see. We shall see. Just saw FSMN came across. I guess Hood now has election. I guess betting you would call it. I don't know what you'd call
Yeah,
it. Actually.
betting props.
Yeah, they got it on the hood now.
They are embracing their degens.
Absolutely. If people want to lose money, let's give them every opportunity.
Yeah, they are all about the casino life. So, not to go political or any of that, but it is an important note that those props and things like that um, are actually pretty skewed as far as the percentages. So if you
Excuse
like
me.
when
Number thing to say. Wow.
yeah, if you like a candidate and they seem to be an underdog or a favorite, just be careful with those odds. You can get popped and be left very confused of what happened. Well, they said it was 68% they were going to win or 33% they were going to lose. Just be careful. They're just set off of money. They're not set off of actual thinking of the results.
Actually, I think the money polls are more accurate than the regular polls, but
Yeah, could be. It just depends on how much money, right? Like, are you really getting large sums of money on these presidential betting props? Probably not, because they're all
yeah,
kind of
there's actually
universally
one
spread.
that I saw one yesterday, and it takes all the money for each side for everywhere, not just like one prop firm or one firm or whatever. It kind of spreads it out, and it wasn't really close at all. And the last, I'm going to say the last 5 elections or 4 elections they've done this, that this model has turned out to be 100% accurate. So it was pretty daggone close.
You know the Redskins theory, right? The if the Redskins last home game.
There is no risk.
Or sorry. The Commanders, the
There you go.
Washington football team.
If we're anything here, we're politically correct.
Yes, sorry, yes, 100% of the time.
Right.
The Commanders, their last home game, if they win their last home game, the incumbent party wins the election. And as you may have seen how the game was won, that caused some quite an interesting stir on the Twitter sphere. Fun times.
Well, looks like had a nice rejection off the 21 there. Now, if you want to see if you're alone, but this is a straight up a gamble.
Yeah, I mean, this candle is setting up for a candle by candle. If it can keep pushing down a little more.
We've still got a whole minute left in this candle. A whole minute left in this candle, brother.
I'm itching.
You all about putting that cart in front of that horse.
It's more fun that way.
Unless you're the horse.
It's true.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're right at 400 subscribers, trying to get to 500. So if we could get everybody to please like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. We're almost there. We still have about 30% of you that watch that are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Go on and hit that subscribe button. Go on and turn them notifications on. Make a comment. Let's do that. And we are still on the I'm fixing something. Still on the path to 500 subscribers. So please share with your friends. Let's share with everybody. Let's get it out there. Let's get it. We want 500. Me and Roy actually need to probably get together today and figure out what we're going to do when we reach 500. We'll figure something out fun.
Yeah, I got a few prizes ideas that I'll run by you.
Sounds great.
One is a 6-month free trial of my sports betting picks.
You don't want anybody to like and subscribe. One thing's for certain: if you bet the opposite of Roy, you've got a dang good chance of winning. So,
except
remember,
last night, my NFL pick won. Was
let's do a little refresh here. What about it? What you say?
Let's do it. Oh, I think they may get that gap fill right at the open. Try and do it.
Probably. We'll get that gap fill. That'll finish this little combine off, and then we'll have to start the trek on getting some new ones passed. Like I said, I want to build up. I want to grow 5 to something very, very special here. So,
how does that work? For on SPX, I'm gonna switch over here. If you get a gap fill, if you open up at the gap and you miss the gap entirely,
it's another gap.
It's just another gap. It didn't fill the gap, right? So you just have an island cluster top.
Yeah. But you know what that means. We'll go back and definitely would fill both gaps going back up.
Yep. Probably on some positive earnings.
Yeah, orders are kind of pushing us down now. This thing's fixing to break. We're fixing to lose this combine. So everybody, welcome to us losing the combine to start the morning. Hope everybody's doing great. Howie, I don't know what you put in there, Howie. What is this?
We put a pony.
A horse. All right.
Yeah, we're racing towards 500 subscribers.
Yeah. If you'd been Roy, you'd have put that cart first in that horse.
Good morning. Wait for the zone. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, JOLTS data 30 minutes after the open. So keep that in mind. If any positions you're in, that will be a market mover.
Yes, we have, like I said, we have 2 brand new XPs here that we are not touching until after JOLTS. Let's see if we get a good trend going where we can ride that baby out. That would be perfect. I want to ride a couple long or short or whatever. Just ride a couple and see if we can make $1,000+. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
That would be cool.
We did go against the trend this morning on some other accounts and popped them for 500. So that was a good start. This one's just behind, lagging. Probably should have spent with the trend. If you look at the overall trend, definitely all night. I mean, all day. If you look, you got you could actually draw this whole thing as a big channel down. So on our way to fill this gap fill here. I was telling Roy earlier, you got this zone right behind it. So if it does fill this gap and we pop here, it would definitely be a good spot to look for long. I'm not saying you can just go long when it gets there, but that definitely could be a good reversal spot if we do get that low. Keep that in mind.
We are approaching the 5-day moving average at 48.75 on ES.
What we got on there before you said that?
The 20-day moving average is 43.42. So they are converging as we speak.
I need to protest the rest of the week. It'll be Roy in his 5-day by himself on the stream.
Join us on Fridays where we just trade the 5-day moving average by ourselves. Let's see. We ran through Mag 7 earlier. If you're just joining us, basically everything's flat. NVIDIA's down 0.5%. Nothing too out of ordinary there on those. Looks like NQ just went red slightly. And the VIX had a pop overnight. It's over 20 now. So
kind of looking back yesterday, I don't know if many of you guys remember, I was preaching, hey, if you're going long, be careful. and we got this big move. Right here's when we got off here, right? It's down. I think I said multiple times, like, hey guys, be careful. If you're going along, we need to be careful. This thing's looking like it could come way back. And we got a big move back after all. So was that yesterday? Yeah.
No. We're in the chop yesterday.
This is yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, what's today?
No, you're right. See, you had your gap up. Remember your gap.
Yeah.
So that big.
I would just say where that was the gap Sunday. Okay, here we are. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's just continue this. I was looking back too far. And yeah, you could make money on pops up. There's no doubt about it. What's up, Lid? How you doing, Chief? If everything's good.
You had the pops up, and it kind of caught us a little bit.
Pops up, but every pot was getting sold right off, and of course, I should have took my own advice this morning. But like I said, I've made good money on this thing, so this is more of a little gamble trade. I've been in it for Roy. How long have I been in this trade now? Before I was on it before you got on this morning.
Yeah, I'd say about.
I've been in it for
almost an hour.
Probably 45 minutes to an hour. Where we're at. What we do? I was actually expecting this trade to be over with before we ever got on live, but as you can see, it has not killed anything yet or hit a profit target. I was at least hoping we was going to get a test of VWAP. We ain't got that yet, so probably should have just cut it right here when I was up a little bit. But you know what? We're either going to make it or reset it, one of the two. Yeah, $100, $75 left on it. So the odds are it will be getting reset. But like I said, we did pass two more yesterday, so that's a positive. Excuse me. I do have my son will be coming back down at some point this morning when he leaves, so I will have to hop off and hop back on. So
no walkers.
I'll tell Roy that beforehand, but I forgot, so we'll do it now. Take care of housekeeping with everybody here. Roy, who did Florida State lose to this weekend?
Who did we lose to last weekend or this upcoming weekend?
Upcoming weekend. Who we lose to?
Upcoming weekend, we're going to lose to UNC.
That's a game y'all could actually win.
I know. That worries me. I think UNC's
one win.
One win. UNC is a 2-point favorite.
Wow.
It is, I believe, at UNC, if I'm not mistaken. At Chapel Hill. Yeah. Life comes at you fast. A year ago, we were the darlings of the college football world. This year, we're the laughingstock.
Yeah, y'all kind of jinxed yourself last year when you did the rings that had the undefeated season on it after you lost to Georgia.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, honestly. I think just these little moral victories haven't really worked out for many people. So
moral victories are only good for teams that are just now starting to get their way back up, not teams that are been to the pinnacle and now there's no moral victories anymore.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Tough times. That's all right. They play a game. We enjoy the game. How about the old Dodgers 3-0 on the Yanks?
Very surprising. Very surprising.
Yeah, damn.
Well, Aaron Boone made probably one of the dumbest managerial decisions I've ever seen. The game one, like, hey, let's walk Mookie Betts to bring up Freeman, who, if you look at Freeman with bases loaded against a left-handed pitcher, I think he's had 9 at bats, and 4 of those are grand slams.
Wow.
Yeah, you just when
Wow.
I saw it, I was like, "Holy crap!" He walked to pitch to Freeman. Like, we're not talking about we're pitching to a scrub. We're pitching to Freddie Freeman,
Yeah.
and of course, that backfired big time.
I think it's really cool though, that of all the superstars the Dodgers have and have gotten all the attention really this year, that Freddie Freeman is now your favorite to win the World Series MVP. I mean, that's just baseball, right?
Freddie Freeman is a beast, man. He's been a beast.
He's
I've never
awesome.
been
Hey,
I was not a Braves fan. Of course, I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I am a Freddie Freeman fan. I think he is really good for baseball. I think he's just a good dude. I've never heard a negative thing about Freddie Freeman spoken from anybody.
Yeah, it's also a lot of people don't really remember this because he hasn't been so good, but he had to fill Chipper Jones's shoes. I mean, that is the legend for the Braves, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least modern day legend. You can argue Hank Aaron, of course, but
I had a buddy over. Him and his girlfriend came and spent the night Friday because we had to get up so early for the game Saturday. So we were watching the World Series when the home run, the grand slam. I was like, "Oh, this reminds me of Kirk Gibson." And I was younger. I didn't think about it. And he said, "Who?" I said, "Oh my gosh."
Oh no.
So I had to find on YouTube the Kirk Gibson home run with running around the bases, limping.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh man, that's the coolest thing." I was like, "Yeah, you should have seen this before now."
Yeah.
That's one of the most monumental moments in sports history.
Yeah. I mean, basically made Lasorda legend, really. I mean, obviously had a huge
Vin Scully on the call. When Vin Scully was on the call, wasn't
he? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Vin Scully, one of the greatest play-by-play guys in baseball history too. Back in the day, you had the old school guys. You could just sit there and you didn't have to watch a game because they had that radio voice and they described the game in such detail. Even if you was watching on TV, they described it in such great detail. Now you get a lot of idiots out there. Oh, we got a big pop for some reason. I don't know where that came from.
4 open
or why that came. Let's see. Do we have some
green. You gonna take that?
We had. Well, no. I'm not really seeing. I guess we had the house price index came out. Is that right? Yeah. Housing price index came out year-over-year 4.2%, previous 4.5, provisions 4.7, 0.3%, forecast 0.1. So I guess we had some good housing numbers.
No, I don't think that was it. I think it's just pre-JOLTS jitters. Yeah, you could get some short covering. Wow, I mean, this is making you look like a genius.
Well, this pop came out, and the same time when Financial Juice did their U.S. non-farm payrolls prep list. Maybe the prep list popped it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why we got a pop like that out of nowhere. That was a little strange.
Apple. So Apple
uses the India factory for iPhone 17 development, but that's not a lot. That's not news.
Nvidia popped. Microsoft popped. Is popping. What in the world? Google popped. Amazon popped.
Tesla popped. I think this whole thing was short-lived though. Short-lived. These JOLTS numbers are definitely going to be interesting today. That's a doozy. This is a doozy of data coming out. Wow,
we're open.
Oh, open. We're open now. There we go. That makes sense. That open kind of crept up on me there.
Yeah, we're talking baseball.
Yeah, you get talking about something you like, and boom. Now we're going to come back all the way back down. That was a pot to trap some longs that open or trap some shorts here. Let's see. MO imbalance, negative 225 million for S&P. Plus 15 million for NASDAQ, minus 35 million for the Dow, and plus 15 for the Mag 7. So we got to close those 225 million to the downside. Let's see if we get a pop here now with that after that. Or we just go fill that gap now. There we go. We're going to lose this account. Y'all get to see it live on there. It's going to take me deep before it actually stops me. There you go. We're going to swap these over anyway. Come over here. We're not trading these yet. These are waiting for JOLTS numbers.
Getting close to gap fill.
We're there almost. We need a few more bucks here. Take us to the promised land. See, we're looking for really that 58.40 would be the spot. Would be a nice spot to go to.
We did tag the 20-day as lead. Let us know. Almost. Well, this is the gap fill we were playing for yesterday. We'll get it today.
Is it not going to give us the full? Sorry, dog, not going to fill the whole gap. What you doing here? Let's fill the whole gap. Let's get the whole gap filled.
It's got to fill the whole gap.
My dog just sighed over here like life is so hard for her. I guess we're making too much noise. She can go somewhere else and lay down. Dogs.
Refresh. And come on. Fill the gap.
Yeah,
You're going to go long off the gap, or you're going to hold off?
I'm not doing anything on these until I might take a long MES long on the personal account, but I'm not taking anything here until JOLTS numbers come out. I want that. I want to get a trend off JOLTS first, and there's the gap fill. And there is the gap fill. Now let's see if it hits the 40. 40 seems on book map seems to be the spot. They're moving orders around it though, so we might get into this zone before we pop, or we might pop here. Let's see. I need to see something besides just selling to go along in a personal account. I'm not gonna lie, it's not we're not gonna buy just because we're there. Just because we are there. Come on, let's go down to this low. That low is 58.34.75. That would be a good number to go to.
Well, one of these you got yourself an orb to start.
Yeah. Push it on down. Come on, let's push it some more. That's why you don't just go this long, or when you hit a spot. We'll be taking some major heat.
Gap officially filled.
Gap is officially filled.
SPX approaching 5,800, 5,804. Puts rising, calls falling. Put volume at the top. Yep. Lead letting us know VIX been slowly trending up last few days. It's at 2051.
Mm, 58.45 maybe here, and then if we break that, we could actually see a decent move back up. Not trusting it yet. Not trusting it at all yet.
Candle by candle here, right?
Where are you seeing it? Where are you seeing it? On the green, the red? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, being down here, I don't really want to take a short either, and especially this close to data coming out. So, hey, there's a couple $100 more on the other side over there. We played that short down, so we can actually play both sides here. I can stop now, and I've had a fantastic day. So, yeah, you got a real good opening range there, Howie. Howie says decent opening range. Yes.
Take a look at Mag 7. Apple red by 0.1%. Video red 0.5%. Under 140. Microsoft basically flat, but faded its move up. Google up 0.5%. Amazon flat, kind of trending down. You've got Meta maybe wicking off its bottom, still red though. Tesla doing Tesla things, it's holding its gains. Old McDonald's. We looked at it earlier, and it was dead duck. Now it's making everybody afford its chicken Big Mac. Bitcoin still rocking 2.5%, 71,000. If you're interested, Iron's up 2% lead. TNX
rocking.
Gapping up, rocking, hitting its ribbon. Dixie could be topping.
Oh, go back. Look at TNX. So what is this telling you about JOLTS numbers coming up? What they're thinking? What would you think on this?
That the numbers are going to be strong, therefore the Fed doesn't have to cut.
Taking the Fed is so the job market, the job numbers. This is why they're so important right now, because if they stay super strong, they really can't cut. With inflation coming back, inflation being in the 2% range, in the twos, right? We're in the twos, and with strong labor market, they're not going to cut rates.
Yeah,
because there's no reason to cut rates, and they're going to hold those rate cuts for when jobs start to come back down. Then they can use those rate cuts at that point to help things out. But as of right now, I mean, this is why jobs are so important. It's kind of screwed. I mean, if this next FOMC should be very interesting, is what I'm getting to.
Yeah, and it's all about the data. So everybody's trying to get any sort of hint they can. And TNX is showing you, well, we don't think there's a reason to expect too large of a cut. There's your SPX approaching 5,800.
Howie, all I know is Dixie up, pesos down equals cheaper tacos. Exactly.
Amen. So SPX psych level 5,800. Let's see. That hole's getting kind of a 5-minute tweezer bottom here. Old school little shot out there. Into the candle. And it looks like the 20-day for SPX lines up with 5,800. So something
tweezer
to
tops
keep
and
in
bottoms
mind.
are some great plays.
Getting a good move here off ES. I don't know what this green thing is.
That candle, that green candle. You don't know what that is?
I got the green. I got this. That's our long-term green trend. Yeah, taking up half my chart.
It was just so happened. It was a green candle. I don't know what this green thing is.
I'm a bear at heart.
There's no doubt there.
So you could get a pop-up here, probably 5-day moving average, just to force me to say it.
You got 18 minutes to data, so there's no need to rush any trades here, in my opinion. See how it plays out.
And just as fast as it came up, look at McDonald's coming down. $4 drop. Earnings.
I think NASA was talking about that as a what this play does. What's his earnings play he does after earnings? The
flush.
What's the name of it? Yeah, the flush trade. So
nice recovery here on ES. It's approaching its 8 ribbon.
I did not take it long in the personal account there. I probably should have, but that's neither here nor there now.
I took a long in a combine, and my account is now up $20. It was down 600. So on the comeback trail. So now we wait.
I
don't have any swing positions actually, which is weird. Closing out.
All right. What's up with you? You sick?
I don't know. McDonald's out of my swings. I'll keep coin in there just because I love coin. Earnings for coin is tomorrow. Earnings today. We'll flip over to that for a reminder for everybody. Well, that's bright. Let me move out of the way. SoFi was this morning. We need to check on that. PayPal, BP, McDonald's, Pfizer, After Hours, AMD, Google, Snapchat, Chipotle, Visa. So those are your earnings plays. Nice pop.
Did Pfizer not? Oh, they're not showing them here. Okay, showing them there. I was looking through Top Steps Trader dashboard, and it's not showing their earnings. Typically, they show them on there. AMD this afternoon is the market move. AMD and Alphabet. So, wow, I guess we should have took that long, huh?
Yeah, you said if you broke 45
off of it. So the gap is filled. The gap is filled. Book maps. It's actually very interesting. Not really. CBD dropped like crazy, but it's moving back up now. 58.50. The thing to kind of keep an eye on, you got some orders at 58.70 and above 58.80 that are very interesting there. A couple of iceberg orders in those locations.
Like a Tide just did this move. I mean, it is rocking on calls right now.
Yeah, well, hindsight and all. Should have took that long. Should have took the long.
Holdings. Whoa.
You have 15 minutes to data too.
Yeah, you're gonna get some short covering.
Yep, looks that way.
Man, you got your gap fill, getting your short covering.
I mean, we didn't trade it, but look, we called it. Go back if you want to go back to mine real quick, Roy.
Mm-hmm.
We said if it breaks, we gave ourselves a channel down here, like a zone. If it comes down this zone, this would be a good spot to look at long. And 12, 15 points later, we didn't take the long. That's annoying, but it's neither here nor there. With no FOMO here. This is a no FOMO channel.
No FOMO.
No FOMO.
I contribute to that with my sports picks. We got lead.
There you go, lead.
There's long 1DT spot on that move. Good job. Good job. Yeah, I did a 0 DT on. I did a 0 DT on Friday, and I forgot how fast those things move. And it was a 0 DT with about 2 hours left in the day. It was fun, though. I'll tell you that.
Well, good job, Chief.
Let's see.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Got
love it.
A little fade here at the EMA clusters.
$13 minutes. Now we just wait. We wait.
Ugly candle.
Yeah. Oh. Pipeline, no, he is no good at all.
We can
What's the sports picks you say?
I got the NFL pick right yesterday. I'm gonna keep that, and the Mormons. Me and the Mormons are tight.
Yeah, well, then you lost to the Mormons next week, so.
Yeah, but they didn't lose.
But you put that jinx on them where they couldn't cover.
I tried.
There's something called the Roy jinx, and it is real as real can be.
Oh gosh, this guy. What is the obsession with Intel?
I don't get this. That's
hey guys,
you and Snoop, y'all are just
Intel. Glutton for punishment. The company has every possible source of good news and still doesn't go up.
What did you say? Like, one time it was like they had everything possibly, and they went up 15 cents.
Yeah,
it was insane. It was
like the government was funding them. They had a partnership with Microsoft. They were in the AI space. It was just nothing. I was dumbfounded. After that moment, I was over it. So this is a pretty bearish candle. So as your candle by candle thesis, if you're going to play this, you'd have to be very careful, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, it is coming back down to right in line with this spot. I mean, it's kind of telling you, hey, but it's so close to data, so there's no need in taking a chance. If you want to try long, you get in here and you put your stop 4 or 5 points down, and okay, then we get a green pop. So
that's the way it goes. Man, what a this close to data, you got to think some additional short covering will come on this move down. But Who knows?
I mean, was that a perfect candle by candle right
It was
there?
absolutely perfect.
I'm sitting there explaining to you what to be careful of while it's popping. So,
And that's kind of the
look,
beauty of that strategy. Yeah.
all serious now, right now, though, you would have to get in and get out. You would be taking your profits now because you can't hold for any amount of time with data coming up. So, kind of what we're looking at.
I got some humor on Snoop promoting his
Hey,
OnlyFans channel.
take that down. Well, we will get in trouble over that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't promote them
We're not.
on there.
We can promote Snoop though. Snoop
We can
is
promote all day, but we can't do that other channel thing. We will get shut down. All our work will be for naught. We don't want that. Love you guys. Y'all can talk away in the chat. We just can't share it.
We're gonna.
You do have to be careful in the chat too. Sometimes they will block some chat. So if you ever get blocked on chat, you said something that YouTube didn't like, and we have no control over that. Just so you know. So
Moderation is one of the worst jobs in the world. Now it's all automated.
They have that. It's all automated here, and you could say something that means nothing close to what it thinks you mean, and you still get blocked for it. So just no need to take a chance on it. We don't need to. We could actually seriously. There's been some accounts that have been banned for promoting some stuff that shouldn't be promoted. So love you all though. All miners ripping again. Wow.
Well, Bitcoin's ripping, so kind of makes sense.
Just the early 2020s again.
Bitcoin's up almost $2,000 today.
Where is Riot? I want to see Riot. That was the one we spent all the time. That's all thing. They're still there. They hadn't went bankrupt and delisted it.
There's Riot today up 4%.
Wow.
$11. Look at the daily chart. I haven't looked at this. Oh, on the rise. Was in the toilet, $6. Let's go to a weekly chart. Whoa, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, I remember playing that up over there to about $80. We used to play it all the time. All the time.
But with crypto running, that's what you're getting. So we'll do a weekly chart on Bitcoin so you guys can see the context. It's getting close to its new high. High 73,700 basically. So it's about
with the election
from that.
The election next week, I mean, do we anticipate Bitcoin to keep going with the uncertainty with everything else?
Well, one candidate is pro crypto. The other one is still on the fence of what they believe in crypto. So I think you're going to get more of a pro crypto feel optimism.
Well, I just didn't know if he was getting a lot of people going to crypto, going to Bitcoin, because almost as if like a safety net.
Possibly. I mean,
with uncertainty.
But yeah, I mean, what makes this a little bit odd to me, that kind of argument, is the Dixie being so strong. It's almost as if that tells you, yeah, we're all right. All good in the hood.
So we're going to have a candle by candle going into data. How about that?
We got 5 minutes to data.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Here's your short covering. Here's your gold.
I'll be right back.
Gold ripping. No walkers. Going to Tide. You got Tide calls pushing up. Puts were pushing up as well. So you got people making their bets. Market is pushing up as we speak. Here's SPY holdings. So, man, gold on a ripper. Going back to ES. It's basically found its safe haven at VWAP in the 5-day. We'll see if it can push through this. And I can't say it. I can't say VWAP.
I said it yesterday.
I did say it yesterday, and
we're going to get you there.
I had a dozen people chastise me for it.
You know what? There's only one you're online streaming with every day.
True. Every day. That's true. Outside of Snoop, of course, on our after-hours shows on the channel not to be named. Is there a channel that you drew above us, right? So if we do pop up,
this is the overnight. So this is the downtrend overnight. And like I said, we could actually keep it. We could actually move it all the way up here and take all this into effect. But you can see we definitely got a downtrend going. So in order to go long, technically, if you want to go long, you would love to see this break. Now you can trade it in here, right? Trade it up and down. You can almost, until we get down, you probably can almost treat this whole gap area, former gap area, as a zone up and down as a channel. But we shall see. We shall see. Hey, I'm going to have to step outside and look at something for my son real quick with a truck issue. And that, I got 2.5 minutes. I'll be right.
Yep. So we got 2.5 minutes to data. If you're in any positions, know that you're going to get a market mover. If you're new and watching, we don't play data. At least I don't play data. Monty tries not to play data as well, because you'll see these candles. I'm actually going to flip to my chart. These are 5-minute candles, and you will see them dance when data does come out. So, too risky. It is gambling. You don't know what the data is going to be. We do know one thing, that the market will move off this data. It is jobs related. And so what you saw here, this move up in the last few candles with a little bit of elevated volume, you're getting short covering, in my opinion. People just getting out any sort of positions to the downside, as we've already had a downward move. Moving over to Tide, let's take a look at it before. Both calls and puts are above the zero line. Call volume's taking over. Puts are falling. Calls are slightly falling. Similar situation, not uncommon to see before data as we approach the 1 minute mark. Go to Mag 7. Apple green, Nvidia turned green, Microsoft turned green, Google, Amazon, all green. And here we go. "30 seconds. VIX actually turned under 20 here. I don't know if you can see that. 1996. So you got the VIX kind of moving down as the market moved up, which is not uncommon, but psychological level, VIX now battling that 20. 5 seconds to data. Hands off the keyboard, and here we go. Big red candle, recovered. The green candle. Let's take a look at the data. And come on. Job openings, actual 7.44 million. Forecast was 8 million. Previous was 8 million. So the openings decreased, which means not as many people are hiring. Interesting. Getting a little bit of an indecision candle with a range of about 10 points on that candle.
Oh boy, we had nice JOLTS numbers, didn't we?
Yeah, well, the openings were lower. So does that mean less hiring, right?
Less hiring. Consumer confidence. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
108.7.
Oh, that's bullish, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With consumer confidence, and then you see the JOLTS numbers, which the Fed needed in order to cut rates, right? They need those JOLTS job openings to continue to come down. So, very interesting spot here. Let's see what we do with it. Bookmap suggestion within the pop. And
I think we already popped.
Yeah, Bookmap saying we could go to we could break 60 here on this move. Those orders, we have 380 orders sitting at 58.70 now. All right, we're not going to rush a trade here. We're going to wait till we get a good signal on which way to go. We are holding the VWAP break, which is a good thing. So even though we are getting major wick down here with the wick up, so
I took a long on a combine right after the confidence numbers came out, and that worked out.
wasn't a bad play there. Wasn't a bad play.
So those accounts are locked. I have not taken any XFA, even though I'm really tempted to take one here. Long.
Yeah. Russia launched ballistic and cruise missiles as part of nuclear drills. That's not what you want to see. Let's not get some bad data in here.
Yeah, come on.
U.S. short-term interest rate futures rise slightly after job openings data as traders add to bets on rate cuts.
You got calls rising, puts falling, call volume rising. Oi. Puts dropped off a cliff on holdings.
Well, let's see if we can get a fib play off this. How about that?
What's interesting is if you look at Mag 7, Apple actually moved slightly down. Nvidia's kind of recovered, but you're not getting. Could just see rotation. I bet IWM's. That's what old IWM did. Yeah, IWM had a nice green candle off of it, so it's recovering.
Yeah, IWM's going to pop with possible rate
your,
cut.
Your small cap stuff moving.
Yep.
Your lead Tasso specials probably going to start moving.
I remember back in the day when I used to play IWM. Remember when the Discord, I played IWM almost every day.
Yeah, there was an options fiend on IWM, if I recall.
Yeah, I got on a nice run with IWM for a while there.
Yeah, you were borderline inspirational with that IWM.
All right, give us a move back down around the 58, 52 area. 58.50 would be phenomenal.
Yeah, 58.52.50 is VWAP. I want to put a fish in order there if it wants to.
I'm going to wait. We'll wait and see what kind of move we get. If we get a move, we're not getting a good move. Remember we talked about on fibs before. If we don't break the 23.6, 38.2, then it means it's a strong trend.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's a strong trend. I look for it to. I'm saying we hit 58.70, possibly 58.55. We continue this. So 58.70 puts us right at the top here, which would break above zone. So should have took an entry here on long, but it is what it is at this point, right?
It's having trouble with this 58.60.
It is.
You got a little downtick on Tide. How's Bookmap looking?
How's Bookmap looking?
Okay.
You see right there at that 58.50, which would be VWAP and the 38.2. So I think you have an order right around that area, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually right now, that looks like a very good spot to have an order sitting at. I'm gonna wait and see how we play, then I will join the bid if we get down there, but we'll see. That is very interesting looking though. You can see that 65, 70, right below 85, 58.90, 5900. So you got some iceberg orders sitting up there. Only thing that kind of concerns me a little, you see those 300 orders sitting at 58.50. So it's not. And there was another opportunity off the 23.6 that I did not take. CBD's popping up a little, so they're definitely. I would love a little more pullback here.
Could get it. I mean, Tide is not running away right now. Well, it's actually on the flip side. It's showing some weakness on the call premium, and your call volume kind of topped out a little. Again, you're not seeing Mag 7 really explode. Nvidia kind of coming back, retesting its EMAs. So you could get that pullback to the VWAP.
That's what we're being patient for. So that is what we were being patient for. 58.50 move here would be phenomenal in my opinion.
SPX low a day was 58.02. It's now 58.20.
You take one MES long on the 58, 55, 50. So we'll see what happens there. We're going to keep it. We're not going to let it run far. If it does turn around and go, we'll go down to. We're going to put a stop at 58.50.
That's the beauty of MES.
Yes.
You can enter. You can have wider stops. Yeah, Tide suggesting. I mean, you had puts on its way to below the zero line, and now they're curling up with calls curling down. So
Bookmap's kind of chilled out some too, so we
definitely
like
it's looking. Yeah, it's looking like it's looking for buyers. Like, hey, anybody want to buy here?
Yeah.
Still got my fishing order in. The longer we kind of linger, a little worried I get about it.
Yeah, that is the thing to worry about it. Oh, I should have went long on that 55-50 area again. I just on the XFA, I just want a little more.
Yeah.
But it's not giving it to me. It's not giving it to me. But I mean, we're up like $10 on the one MES trade over here, so that could always be worse.
So you got Orb High, VWAP, 8 and 21 all clustered together here. Or sorry, no. And then you've got the 5-day at your 58.50 level. So you got support kind of down. I don't think it's going to give it to us, though. No,
Don't think so either, but I'm going to kick myself over this one. Yep. Yep. Dirty dog, you.
Now, with that said, you got a candle by candle here, don't you?
You do have a candle by candle. We've got almost 3 minutes left, so let's put that cart back behind that horse again.
Just trying to get you an entry. Trying to jinx it and get you an entry.
One thing you've got to be leery about here, though. These wicks are not attractive at all.
Yeah. And they're wicks at kind of a zone, right? They're right at your zone.
Yep. Zone, and you got this trend zone down. Which, if you look, so on the trend, this upper trend is actually, so if you just draw a straight trend line, it's going to be this upper one that you're looking at. So I like zones better because they get you right in. You don't always get the perfect move, right? So
right,
looking at the zones gives you an opportunity. Now you need to see some kind of movement out of it, but I am not ready to go short, not with the way everything's looking.
Well, the data doesn't support that either, so you have a fundamental reason.
It doesn't. The question is, do we have all our short coverings already, or what we got going on? Do we get some profit takers come in? What data do we have tomorrow? So you got GDP tomorrow, so you could definitely see some short covering or some profit takers come through.
GDP tomorrow, Thursday, PCE with jobless claims and PMI.
Which jobless claims are going to be another indicator with the what you're seeing here. So they might not let this thing go too far, Roy.
I mean, this week's filled with landmines, so your charts are going to be, you short cover for one thing, you got another thing right behind it, right? So it's like,
yep. And here we are at the 23.6 again. And are we going to bounce off of it again? Looks that way, doesn't it?
It does.
It just can't get me to move back where I want it for an entry. My gosh. One thing about trading on the stream, it has taught me to be patient.
Well, especially with any XFAs and stuff, you want to make sure your entry's sound and you're not rushing it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be annoying, and painful, but this game is annoying and painful.
We're definitely not trading MES on this, so
Yeah. So here's your 60 test again.
yep. Oh man, that was 3 perfect entries off that 23.6 and didn't take the first one out. Now we're talking about 3 or 4 points, so I mean we're not talking about.
Yeah, you're not talking huge moves off of it. Just good entries. I mean,
it is great scalping opportunities though. So far. Coming up on getting close to the 9:20 hour. It's our last week of daylight savings time for everybody that does follow the daylight savings times.
Fall back an hour, so we get another hour of sleep.
Yeah, I wish they would just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I hate the short day. When it's 4 o'clock and it's dark outside, it's just
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
Trading is already a depressing job. We don't need the
darkness
short days to add to it. Yeah. But that's where we're at, right? That's what we do.
I tell you, I'm not very confident in a long with these wicks.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Howie's life hacks. Splits time between Arizona and Mexico. Neither change the time.
That's what we need to do, Howie. I've looked at condos in Mexico. Send me your address. I can be your neighbor.
Wow, that'd be awesome. You guys have like hold on, I gotta go talk to Howie. He just shows up on the stream.
We're still getting these wicks up here, so either we get a rejection at some point or we break through them. That's the problem. We're trying to figure out what's going on in the day.
Yeah, I mean, Tide, you're getting puts still kind of climbing up, but call volume's still rising. I mean, as we know, this stuff can turn on a dime, but the dip buyers are not piling in here.
Well, your little zone held up pretty daggum well, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
You proud of yourself?
You know, me and
you.
technical analysis.
I'm
Me and
proud
technical
for you.
analysis haven't had a good relationship, but we're getting there. We're working on things.
I remember Roy had another little thing where he used to do his weekly summaries. And when he started using fibs, I was like, look at my boy. Just look at my boy.
Those weekly summaries are good. I need to bring them back. It took a long time to do.
I'm sure. Yes. You put a lot of thought into them. But it was like a proud dad moment, just sitting there and looking at and doing correctly was the thing about it. You're trying to figure out where they drew fields from. Like what? You just picked some random time to draw your fibs, but
yeah, you taught me a lot, and shout out to was it Trading Wars?
Trading Wars.
Yeah, has a good channel, good education stuff. Appreciate that, Roy Easy. I'll bring him back. I've got a plan to bring him back. We learned a lot of macro together, Dixie and TNX and events and
Roy Easy. So let me get down here. I skipped all the way down. So weekly voice calls are great as well. If you love like those, then you'll probably love what we're kind of thinking of doing in the future. Talking about possibly doing some some Sunday little short videos to prep for the week, kind of what we're looking at for the week. So that would be right in line. Dirty Hair just gonna hook you up with Howie over there. Y'all talk golf courses in Mexico. I'm assuming that's Mexico, right? Look at this. The 23.6 again.
Right there. Yep.
I mean, this is 4 times that I've sat there and watched it. And like, it's gonna break it this time. Break it down this time. I hadn't broke it down yet. So that is if you're taking 2 to 3 points every time, that's 8 to 12 points right there, just off scalping off the 23.6. So
that 8 is now rising. So as you can see, it just continues. So it's grinding up here, but the 8's catching up. So it looks like that may be a nice support area for it to actually push through. We'll see.
yeah, 8 being above VWAP is, we got the 8 and 13, the 21 fixing across. So you're getting bullish signals across the board on about everything right this second. So except these damn wicks. If we wick here again, this is going to be.
That was a pretty strong wick, though, at the bottom of this candle.
Yeah.
But we're still halfway to the candle. So, and this is a candle by candle, is it not?
It actually was, yes. That was actually a pretty good candle by candle that actually coincided with 23.62. So there you go. I'm just watching it run, watching it move up. CBD is just kind of, I don't know, it's not screaming this is a strong move, even though it seems like it possibly could be. But so now if we get the break here, right, we would look for come back and retest on an entry on a long. So we got different ways we can look at this. You have the candle by candle, you have the fib strategy, you have the zone strategy, you have the trend zone strategy. We got a lot of different things to look at. Do we reject back down here? I'm not taking a short, so I think it would be foolish to take a short here, but the way it's kind of just grinding.
Yeah, this is kind of those torture moments, right? Grind, 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 pop. Grind, 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 pop.
Yeah, this is one of those you do that, and you look up and you're sitting at 5,900 at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. So you've broken above the Bollinger Band. You're in your zone. So you're at a little bit of resistance. Doesn't mean you take a short, but doesn't mean you run into a long either.
Yeah.
But,
oh, wow. I just looked over. I'm still in my long. I'm up $40. A little over $40. One MES.
And as I say that, it pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it hits, so I got my target at 58.70. So we will get out there. That'll put us right at a little over $60, I think, on the day on just that one MES. One MES.
Push it up high today.
It's a personal account.
Wow.
Go and take it out. Take it out. It'll finish about 68 bucks on the day if it hits there.
That candle by candle. Whoa.
That was a booger bear, wasn't it? And
wow, there it goes. New high.
Target on our personal account there. So
I think you can thank Microsoft for that one. Microsoft pushing higher, Meta pushing higher.
I'm actually going to kill these dips, man. I want to see it retest down here now, and then we will go along again. This break here, that 69.50 breaks, that's actually a big time break there. Let's scroll out a bit. Look. So you can see our next area we have to look forward to up here. 82s. We need some kind of retest, something to come back and give us a reason to go long again. Start chasing.
It could be a retest of just the previous high, to be honest. I mean, that's not far-fetched. That's not a far move, 69.50. Looking at Tide. Oh, yeah. Tide flipped on us. Calls going straight up. Puts kind of rising. Or, sorry, kind of dropping. And on holdings, I think you're getting Mag 7 joining the party here.
So with one stinking MES, 68.75 on the first
Wow.
One MES. That is insane.
Here's your retest of the previous high.
Yeah.
Not hold it. Coming down stronger. Coming down in a hurry.
It's all right. Just wait a second. A little more. Should have waited for the not just the retest, should have waited for the confirmation that this was actually a good trade. We kind of jumped in really quick and probably shouldn't have, but you know, it's okay. I do not know Thinkorswim's reverse trade policy.
He's trying to see a return policy on his calls he sold. I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, we hopped in way too soon on that ugly candle.
Yeah, this becomes a very ugly candle.
Yes. Wow. I don't see any news supporting this.
Yeah, definitely a dramatic move. Like you said, I'm not seeing news to support this type of move.
You had to be some profit takers. I mean, the thing you get though, CVD and Bookmap still suggesting that could see a little more, but
your Tide has a push up on puts, a little dip down on calls. Volatile markets, get out quick. Amen to that.
well, how if you notice, I've actually adjusted anybody's paying attention, I adjusted my stop loss and take profit. I did move my my take profit up to the top of that candle, but I'm doing a $500, and I can move this to wherever I feel comfortable, but I don't want to risk more than $500 on a trade going forward for a minute until we get a good thing going. So I'm gonna keep a minimum. You're gonna see $500 stop loss, and then I'll adjust to take profit. And the other one, kind of what made me where I've done my best trading was I just kept a $500 take profit and then a $500 stop loss together. That seemed to work out really well, but we're going to see here if we can get a move back up.
Now, on a move back up, would you look to cut it because you do have a candle by candle to the downside, right?
Absolutely, yes. But so we just broke. So technically, here was your entry on your candle by candle to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can break above here, then this candle by candle in my mind is broken.
Mm.
Howie asked, how long does it usually take you to pass a combine on average 50K? I don't trade 50Ks. That's Roy's 50K moments. But on the 100Ks, the last two I just passed, it took me 3 days. I tend to get a little itchy the closer we get to it, so I start pressing to try to get there, and typically it works out. But my thought process with the combines is to take them easy and give yourself a good solid week to pass them.
Yeah, so I do the 50Ks. Like I've got two 50Ks of one 100K. If I'm feeling frisky, try and do it in 2 days, but most of the time it's about 3 to 5 days. It just all depends. I tend to trade like 2 to 3 ES per trade. So if I can get, 5 to 600, $700 on those combines, I'll take it. And then if another opportunity happens, great. If I'm just wanting to be disciplined, I'll lock it. But there are moments where I'll try and get the full 50% in one day. Not good habit to have, but it depends.
It depends on how the market's moving at that point. If the market's moving your direction, yes. If it's not, it's best to go on and just take what you can get. I've been notorious for letting a move go too far and coming back on combines, especially. But we are going to top is 86.75. I'll try to scale one out. Top of that zone, if they can pop above it, that would be perfect for the first one. But everybody's different on those. Is the way I look at it. I like to let things run more and play out more, but like I said, it doesn't always work. Roy's one of the ones that's going to take profit a lot quicker. We both pass combine, so either strategy is a good strategy to go with. Just whichever one you feel comfortable with. Give me this pot right here. We'll take these out and then we'll start trailing up. All honesty, I probably should have moved that take profit to about right here, but it's neither here nor there yet. CBD's popping back up over 2,000, so we could get a move up. What's we're looking like on Tide?
Tide get kind of a bit of spaghetti. Right, little pop up on calls. Same on holdings. Your Mag 7 kind of just hanging out. Not really pushing it one way or the other.
Just a little more pop here. We got orders right below 58.70. Right below 58.70. You had some orders come in below there. It might push this thing up there for me. A little more, 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 a little more. Come on, let's get one of these off. Come on, baby, get one of these off. Don't get a 2 ticks away and turn on me. There we go. We got one off.
I went long on XFA. I got $100 on an XFA there.
We're going to move this stock to even now. We need this break here. We might, if we don't get this break here, I'm going to cut this thing pretty quick. I would like to at least hit my $200 goal, but $200 is not my goal. I want to hit $1,000 on this account today, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to take it off, then we're going to see if we can get another entry here. I probably should have held it, but yeah, and now it pops back up. But
you're honoring your zones. I mean, you didn't get that candle comes through. Granted, that was a big candle. That was actually a really impressive candle off of that drop.
Yeah. One thing you got to be careful for if you're doing a candle by candle theory, and it's kind of what I think we might have seen here. You could have seen a stop loss raid back down to catch all these folks, and then pop right back up and get back in this trend. So probably should have held just a tad bit longer, but I wasn't liking the way it was trending. So we got a green day. We were red. We're now green. So we're going to chill for a minute and see if we can get a good entry again. This thing is just can't run away. And it's not pulling back. I mean, it did pull back a good bit there, but I don't know. It's got me a little perplexed here what I should do.
When that happens, what should we do?
We should not do anything.
Correct. Do nothing. You? Market side, flying up on calls.
I wish I'd have saw that a minute ago.
Yeah, me too. Holdings as well. So we got Tide kind of leaning in the favor of the bulls. Again, though, your Mag 7 is just not popping.
Yeah, I think we're fixing to get a move.
Could have a reversal candle here in NVIDIA, potentially.
65. Come back down a tad. I actually like 65 here. This could be a bad play. But
it's Meta keeps pushing higher. So I think you're seeing the market. Wow, Meta really is pushing her.
Yeah, is there any news on Meta? What's up with Meta?
Yeah, all I see right there is, hey, here's an article on how Meta's been going higher. Okay, let's push Meta higher. On the article that it's going higher. Let's see.
TikTok CEO earn global trust as app challenges U.S. ban. Okay, you go with your bad self.
Push higher here. Did you enter along? Oh, good. Nice pop.
Yeah, we're above the 262, so the 200 mark, which anybody that knows, if you're trading Top Step, you need 5 days of 200 or plus to qualify for your first payout. I'm thinking, oh man, you couldn't hold up there for me. You couldn't hold there for me, you son of a gun. I was going to go in and take it when it was close to 300 and then just swap to the other XFA, but couldn't give me what I wanted yet. 237.40. Let's pop back up to. Come on.
Do it.
Yeah, this was one of those. I wish I would have took two. I took one. I hate taking one. I hate it with a passion taking one. I love to be able to scale out. And I would have scaled out of one probably about right there. So just 5 days in general, Dirty Harry. So it didn't have to be 5 days in a row. You could trade it 10 days as long as you have 5 days that are green plus 200 and you have eligible for a payout, then you can take a payout. And by eligible for a payout means you're positive numbers.
Right. So let's say your first 5 days, you get $200, you're now at $1,000 balance, and you say, oh, I can take a payout. Well, when the minute you take a payout, your negative balance goes away. So your threshold of how much you can lose. So really the best approach is to make sure you just have over 2,000 in profit before you request a payout. Go ahead, Monty. Sorry.
Personally, what I like to do, I like to build $4,000 to $5,000 cushion before I take a payout. I would like to trade these a little different. I just want to get paid on them on this first one. So, and then to fund some more stuff. I like to get the prop firm to fund my prop firm journey. And here we come back down. We're going to hold it. We're going to pop. What are we going to do?
A little pop on puts. Well, just kind of curled down. A little pop on calls. So we'll see what you're. Did you double up?
Yes, sir.
Good job, man. Look at that.
Now give me that little move there to scale one out. Now I can scale one out. Be happy. Come on, hit it. We got one tick.
Hit it. Don't
do one tick.
Come on.
Don't do one tick. One tick just sucks. One tick sucks. There we go.
There we go.
Ooh, we're gonna leave it. Look at that big cluster right above it. So that one there.
I got 200 on an XFA. I locked onto my next one.
Good job, sir. Good job.
If I'm not mistaken, that is 4 days on this account. 200.
Good job. Good job.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, that is 4 days.
Right above 58.70, right about where we have that order at. So if we can get 150 more of this, that'll get us at 600 on the day. That would be perfect.
I like the wick on this candle. You still got 2 minutes left on it, but
yeah, so far. Look at this. We're getting to some trades, and man, time flies.
It's amazing.
It is. Come on. Pop this thing up. I can't say what I want to say. Can't say what I want to say. This is a family-friendly show. We're here to be family-friendly. Well, these orders here are a little concerning. These orders coming down here are concerning. You dirty dog, you dirty dog. I think Roy Jinx just talking about how he loved this wick.
Good at that.
We get a big old indecision candle here, which could be a reversal candle, just so you know. Could not be. These last 30 seconds could be interesting in this candle. Do. Let's get a highlight here. Come on, let's get a top 10 play.
Pusher.
It's looking so intense over here.
You got market tide pushing up a little bit. Puts kind of flattening. It'll pop on this candle.
Let's do it. It's not a pop yet. What just came out? JetBlue CEO says we are not interested in revisiting Spirit Airlines acquisition. Okay. Consumer confidence surges as the election nears. While job openings moved lower, consumers grew more optimistic heading into the contentious presidential election. Yes. Yes, you're correct. MSNBC or CNBC, sorry. Matt, who brought you that one? Courtesy of the Financial Juice. Oh, I started to pop again and scalp it again real quick here, and I was like, let's just see if we can get this one move we want here. Give me my day. Give me my day.
69.25.
This is very strange. China Z seeks closer ties with Finland on green energy with a peace plan for Ukraine.
Okay.
It's interesting. Never think about China working with Finland.
No.
It's just not. Oh, so frustrating. It's going to stop me out. We're going to be $20 up on the day. So here we go, right? CBD is +3. It's right around 3,000. So I just don't get why we're not getting this little pop up here. But CBD is coming back pretty decent quick. So I might need to cut this bad boy. We're going to cut it there. 283 so far. We might get back in here in a minute, but that was a little. I didn't want it to come back and take me out where I had nothing. And
Yeah.
good call.
Yeah. Well, there's your 8 test here.
Yeah, we're actually going to start along here on this.
Let's see if you can get any follow through on the 8 test, or if it's just going to crack right through it.
Looks like it's not going to crack right through it. But I want one more there because, I told you I hate one. I hate one.
8-1.
Ideally, I'd like to trade 3. That gives me a couple opportunities to take profit on the way in my direction.
Mm-hmm.
But new account, so we're going to do 1 to 2, enter 1 at a time till we get to. Hopefully, we can get a little move up here and get us at least a couple $100 on it, and we would be good for a minute till we find another opportunity, or we could call it a day there. So I don't want to lose $975. So we're going to keep it right below that. So we're going to risk 600 here. Look like we was going to get the move back up. We haven't got the move back up yet. So
No. And this is again another bearish candle.
It is definitely another bearish candle. Last time we got a bearish candle, we got a decent pop back up. So let's see if we can do the same thing again. See if history can repeat itself.
It's holding the 8 pretty good right now, the ribbon.
Right.
So
Good, yeah.
It's at a good spot to keep pushing higher.
We got a ton of orders sitting at 58.70. So we will keep it here for now, but we would, if we can get a little move up and get this first take profit, that would be phenomenal. That would make me feel good. And I would actually, I'm not going to lie, I might just go on and call it a day if we can hit this profit here. We're a couple ticks away from taking the first profit, hitting our first profit target. Pop for the man.
Pop it.
And we get a
follow through.
Oh, you dirty dog, you.
Follow through.
Just got right to it and didn't take it. Oh my gosh. You gotta hate that. You gotta hate that. I mean, it popped right on it, and didn't take it. Folks, you're seeing real live traders here. Real emotions.
That was dirty.
That was dirty. That was dirty. Sorry, dog. Oh,
We got calls kind of chilling out now, though.
you got puts dropping too. Was a weird thing there.
Yeah. So you just need one of these bad boys to turn it up. Hopefully on the call side. Oh man.
Ooh, that's not a good move there.
Nope.
We're seeing some volatility coming here on this candle. I don't know where this is coming from. We've been pretty steady, and we just kind of popped around a few little here or there real quick. Like what? Come on, let's just go get your buddy up there. Come on, go get your buddy. Just can't get the little pop I want here. Be the one this time. You're 2 ticks away. 1 tick. Oh, we get 1 tick every time. Hey. There you go, right there. Would have a nice little day on YouTube. Nice little day on YouTube. Come on. All right, we're gonna take $300. 283, 300, 283, 300. You know what, Roy?
What's up, man?
First day. Let's lock this
First
bad
day.
boy. Let's be happy with $300. How about that?
I don't think you're going to ever be upset with that, right?
Yeah, I want to hit a good day. I want to come on the live, and I want you guys to see us hit for a $3,000 player, something stupid. We're gonna get it one of these days, but it's just not. In all honesty, the play was open way back here. This was the move. Yeah. That was the play. 37. We could have got all the way up to 72. I mean, that's what, 45, 35 points. You have 2 MES, $100 a piece. There's your $3,500 trade. Of course, we wouldn't have. This candle, if you're playing candle by candle, if you're looking, kind of a little thought process here. When you get into a trade, let's say you're into a long, well, technically, you would move your stop to each candle close. So you possibly could have got stopped here on this one, but you see, no, actually, you wouldn't have. So it didn't close below that one. Popped. This one would have been scary with this long wick down here, but it wasn't. This would have definitely been your stop here because it closed below that candle. So if you played it strictly off that, let's say you get on the break, it's 58.40, and then you got out on this close here at 58.56.50. That's a 16.5 point move that would have paid, and you would have took some heat, but you never got that candle closed below. So that's a quick way to do it if you're wanting to watch how and kind of keep your risk limited on it.
Yeah, and we're going to play it one of these days fully how it should be played, but that's what we're looking to do because it like Monty just went through, it has its built-in system already for you. You don't have to put much thought into it. You just let the chart do all the thinking for you.
Correct. And let's build these accounts up where I'm taking 3 at a time, and then we'll see some. Because if you I don't know if you guys ever notice on the on the other side, when I'm playing the longs or I'm playing anything, when I'm doing the combines, I have 3, and I let them. I mean, there's nothing to get $1,000, $1,500 on a trade. I mean, Roy sit there and seen it multiple times. So,
kind of getting a little flag up here potentially, but it's been volatile. I think though, I'm going to echo what Howie says here. Regardless, big moves are cool, but watching your risk management way more important.
well, risk management is what's important. And that's, if you notice, I've actually tightened my risk management up a little bit on these because I think I had just a little bit too much leeway there. If your personal daily loss limit is $1,500, you can't sit there with $1,000 stop loss on one trade.
Yeah,
that puts you a trade and a half and you're out. So keeping it around the $500 mark, and then tightening it as you go, keeps it a lot better. Now, do you miss some moves that way? Absolutely. But would you rather make money or miss the move? Would you rather conserve capital or miss the move? That's the best question. I would rather preserve capital. There's always tomorrow.
Always tomorrow. And those are the worst feelings when you don't do that and then tomorrow hits. You're like, what was I thinking yesterday?
Absolutely. Yep. But you know what? This is a long-term game here. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme at all. This is something, if you learn this skill and you learn how to trade this stuff, then you never have to work for somebody ever again if you choose to do that. So just think about the financial freedom. People always ask, well, money can't buy happiness. Well, hell yeah, it can. You know how it can? It gives you the freedom to be able to do what you want to do and to take care of the people you want to take care of. And I've given a lot of my money away so far, helping people out. I have no problem helping people. If you need help, I will help you out. And I've also spent a lot of money on myself and my son, just making sure that we have what we need to have too, right? So it's just, I love it. This is the greatest game in the world.
Yeah, I kind of opened up to you yesterday, Monty. We kind of have our pre-stream, post-stream. I don't know when I said it, but you can, as I've had to share this channel with people that aren't really familiar with trading and things like that. I mean, it's a super skill that we're learning to be able to look at a chart and see green and red candles and be able to determine that's a good entry, that's not a good entry. Whereas somebody else just looks at it and say, wow, this is boring. I don't really know what you're saying. I mean, to be able to look at this, be able to pluck out an opportunity and to make money off of it is all you can ask for in this game. So don't put so much pressure on yourself trying to make it fast, because at any point you could look at a chart and say, okay, I know a trade is there, or I know a trade's not there. Am I forcing it? Am I not forcing it? And just remember, you have a skill that a lot of people don't have. And so we're just trying to harness that skill each day. And by sticking to rules and being patient and managing your risk properly. I mean, I break so many rules still, and I still need to get better at that. But doing this stream has taught me to be a little bit more disciplined. And hopefully you guys can stay accountable with us as well. Go ahead, Monty.
Here's some numbers that just think about when you're trading. And if you're a successful trader, you're in these good side numbers. So 96% of all traders fail. Remember that. 96% of all traders fail. Less than 1% of all traders end up full time. Less than 1%. Myself and Roy right now, we're in that 1%. We're full time. I've been for over a year now. Roy's been 3 weeks now, Roy? You're working on it?
Yeah. 2 weeks.
But Roy's built himself up where he could get to this point. So
yeah.
This is not a brag. This is not a pat on the back. This is if we can do it, all you got there watching, you can do it. You just got one thing that kind of goes behind the scenes. A lot of people don't see. And Roy remembers the early Discord days, the work and the pressure I put on myself to be able to get to where I'm at today.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember texting Roy one off like, "Hey, dude, I'm taking a mental break. I can't do it. I can't do it for a day or two. I've got to take off."
Yeah.
Like, I put so much pressure on myself, but I work my ass off to get to what I can do today. Like, there was a lot of there's no telling. Screen time is the best thing you can ever do. Back testing, screen time, actual trading. Trading is the best once you get into it and you learn your risk management. But the hours and hours and hours of screen time I put in before I ever even really started doing anything like this is what kind of got me to where I'm at today. And I still have some bad habits I need to break. You're seeing that. I just made $300 over here on this other side, so I always keep something going, right? Everything you see is not what you see. But it's phenomenal. I would not trade this for anything in the world. I can. Dirty Harry, you actually know me. You've seen me. You know our buddy Neil last night or this past weekend. I went and saw 2 weekends ago. I went and saw my buddies Neil and them down in Starkville, and it's like he said, "I've never seen you this happy. You're just happy all the time." So when you worked at Frito, you were always like it was always something. He said, "You're just happy," and I am. I mean, it changed my life for the better, and I thank God every single day that He granted me the opportunity to do this and to be able to learn this and to do it day in day out. So all praise to God for this. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So
it's not easy, but it's worth it.
it's definitely not easy. It is not easy at all. People think it's easy, and I mean, you just look at a chart and you buy something. Dirty Harry says you were grumpy. I was grumpy a lot. I was always there was always stress, and I don't feel any stress now.
Yeah.
Even with this, I mean, I feel no stress on this. Like I felt no stress today. If you look at my overall day, I made roughly $7,000 a day. Give me a 9 to 5 where you can make $7,000 a day.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, that was what, 3 hours?
I mean, the majority of it was
2 hours.
It was early. The majority of it was super early, but
yeah,
it is what it is. I mean,
and kind of echo this. This is why we started this channel and why we started the stream is we're not really here to do highlight reels. Of course, we want to make amazing trades on the stream and do all that, but we're really here to show you that you don't need, $100,000, $50,000 to get started. You need a couple $100, a lot of screen time, and a lot of hard work, and just the openness to learn. And as you see, we're trading paper accounts, combines. We're not flexing, saying, "Oh, we made all this money. Come join us." We're going through the process with you, so you can see how you can do it as well, and build with us. As you see, is one by one. And Monty's making good money all over the place, but he's still doing the combines to show the process. Still trying to go through that process and build his accounts up on different firms and things like that. So, and of course, we get the pop here that we both wanted,
right,
as we talk. But I think that's a good way to end it. We are past our time. I'm green for the day, so kudos.
Same here.
Yeah.
So to close it out, guys, just if you have a full-time job, you have this. Don't stress. The best thing in the world about these futures, you can take what we're doing here and you can do it after hours. It's 23/5, right? The market is open 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. There's plenty of time to get in there and trade. So don't beat yourself up if you can't. If you're working right now and you can't trade right now, it's fine. Come back and Globex is at this tonight, and the candle by candle theory works phenomenal in Globex overnight. So I don't trade Globex overnight anymore because I need to get away. You got to take breaks. You can't do this nonstop every day. Me and Royce, we've lived that life.
Yeah,
there was plenty of times we're trading, and it's late. We're both exhausted. Like, oh, we need to go to bed because we get up in the morning and go to work. So, but it can be done. So.
Yeah, just take your time. Make it work.
myself and Roy here to help. If anybody has any questions one off, please feel free to reach out. You can ask. I love it when you ask in the chat because we can discuss it for everybody. But if you don't feel comfortable asking a question in the chat, reach out to us one off. We'll be more than happy to walk you through on what we do and how we do it. We created this stream to help, not just for ourselves, but to help you guys out and help you get there. So I think that's it, Roy. Thank you so much for the phenomenal day. It was a fantastic day. It was a great day to have a great day. So
yeah. Let's do it again tomorrow.
See you guys in the morning. Roy, peace out, brother.
Take it easy, man.